Good morning everyone, this is As Mohammed Khan and I welcome you in today's segment student. In our previous segment we have discussed about the characteristics of acid, base and salt. And we have also discussed about the indicator student. Today we will discuss some chemical reaction related to acid and base. So the first reaction that is given as heading in your NCERT book student, how do acid and base react with metals? As you have read in the junior classes student that the metals have the different type of reactivity. Some metals are more reactive, some are mid reactive and some are least reactive or less reactive. So metals that are more reactive or mid reactive, they can react with acid or base. And in this process what they form salt and hydrogen gas student. Means mid reactive or more reactive metals reacts with the acid and base, and what they form in general, they form salt and hydrogen gas. Like in your NCERT book there is one example is given student, and in that example this diagram is given in your book. It is the laboratory apparatus student. First in the laboratory apparatus what we will take sulfuric acid. What we will take? Sulfuric acid H2SO4 in the test tube. Now we will dip zinc granules in that test tube. Zinc granule in that test tube student. And we will attach one delivery tube to that test tube with the help of cork. And that delivery test tube or delivery tube we attach with another apparatus or with another beaker, and that beaker contains water. Now in this test tube, when we will put the zinc granules in it, then what happens student? There is one gas will be evolved, and this reaction is also given in the chapter number 1 on the second page student. Means when the zinc react with the sulfuric acid, then what it forms? It forms zinc sulfate. And in this process the hydrogen gas is evolved. So here the gas that will be evolved, it is hydrogen gas. So it is common for both student, acid as well as base. Means when the acid react with the metal, then what they form? They form salt and hydrogen gas. Like in this example student, in this example acid, what acid is it? Here student, it is sulfuric acid H2SO4. When we dip zinc in it, zinc granules, then it will form zinc sulfate student. Zinc sulfate will be produced here. Zinc sulfate, aqueous form. In the aqueous form we will get it. Aqueous form. And the gas that will be evolved here, it is hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas will be evolved. Now, how do we know the presence of that hydrogen gas? It is also important that the hydrogen gas is evolving here. How do we know about that? We know about that student with the help of burning mastic. Burning mastic. When you put the burning mastic near that delivery test tube, then that burning mastic will burn with pop sound student. Pop sound. And with the help of that pop sound, we will know that here which gas is evolving, it is hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is evolved in both the cases, like when the acid react with the metal, like this when the bases react with the metal, then they also produce salt and hydrogen gas. Salt and hydrogen gas. Like in your book, there is one example is given. There is one base, student, that is known as sodium hydroxide. If we will take the aqueous form of sodium hydroxide and we will put zinc in that, then what we will get? We will get one salt, and it is the most important salt, student, and generally it is asked in your board exam. What is it? It is sodium zincate, student. What is it? It is sodium zincate. And what is the formula of sodium zincate? It is Na2ZnO2, and in this the hydrogen gas is evolved. Means when we will put the zinc in sodium hydroxide, then it produces sodium zincate, and hydrogen gas is evolved in this reaction. And how do we know the presence of hydrogen gas? We know the presence of hydrogen gas with the help of burning matchstick or burning candle, because that burning candle or burning matchstick burns with pop sound in the presence of hydrogen gas. If the burning object burn with the pop sound, then we can know that the gas that is evolving here, it is hydrogen gas. If the burning candle or burning matchstick put out, student, or it stop the burning, then we can know that the carbon dioxide is evolving here. So with the help of burning matchstick, we can know the nature of the two gases. First is hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas, in the presence of hydrogen gas, burning objects burn with pop sound. And in the presence of carbon dioxide, the burning objects put out or they stop the burning, student. Now we come on the next chemical reaction. So student, in this reaction, how do metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate react with acid? Now what are the metal carbonate, student? Means the carbonate that is found with metal, like calcium carbonate, sodium carbonate. And what are the metal hydrogen carbonate, student? Like sodium hydrogen carbonate, and that is also known as baking soda. Their aqueous solution, student, may react with acid, or they can react with acid. And when they react with the acid, then they produce salt, carbon dioxide and water. Like the first example that is given in your book, it is Na2CO3. When you react this with HCl, like first we will take the HCl, and in this what we will put? We will put Na2CO3. Now this Na2CO3 can react with the HCl. With HCl it will react. And what will it form? It will form NaCl H2O plus CO2, carbon dioxide. Now you can balance it to NaCl. Means when metal carbonate react with hydrochloric acid, then what they produce? Then they produce salt. Salt means sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Like this, when the sodium hydrogen carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate react with the hydrochloric acid, then what they produce? Then they also produce the same products. So NaCl H2O plus carbon dioxide. So these are the products that will be formed, student. Now, how do we know the presence of that carbon dioxide? About this, I have told with the help of the burning matchstick, we can know the presence of carbon dioxide. How, student? Because in the presence of carbon dioxide, all the burning objects put out or they stop the burning. So with the help of burning matchstick, we can know. Like if we don't have this test tube in this liquid and we put it directly like this, and if we put the matchstick near to it, then that matchstick will put out, will stop the burning. It is due to the presence of carbon dioxide. With this, if we deliver that carbon dioxide inside the lime water, what is the formula of lime water, student? It is calcium hydroxide, CaOH2, calcium hydroxide. If we react that carbon dioxide with this, then what will it form? It form one white precipitate, CaCO3 plus H2O. And with the help of that white precipitate, we can know that the gas that is evolving here, it is carbon dioxide. So with the help of lime water, we can also know the presence of carbon dioxide. But student, if we continuously pass that carbon dioxide through the water, through the lime water, then what we get? We get again the white suspension. Means the suspension that we will get, it will be transparent after some time due to the formation of another substance like CaOH2 plus CO2. Then what will it form? It will form CaHCO3. In which case, student, if the carbon dioxide concentration is more, at that time this type of chemical substance we will get, and it is soluble in water. It is soluble in water. In this we will not get the precipitate. So these are the two chemical compounds that we can get in the presence of carbon dioxide. Means when we react the carbon dioxide with lime water. So these are the chemical reactions, student, and these chemical reactions you will try to learn, because these chemical reactions are asked in your board exam. So try to learn them and try to write all these chemical reactions in your notebook. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.